Hello, my lovely people, and welcome back to a new video. Yay! So, today we're going to talk about the Gambia. I know you want to hear about the Gambia always. And I was making a lot of TikTok videos when I was there. Someone said you should do YouTube, and the time has come now. So, what we're going to talk about today is how I was treated as a foreigner for my first time coming into the Gambia. Was it good? Was it bad? What were my impressions? Let's get into it. So, the first question I'm going to answer is, what were my first impressions of the Gambia? So, you should know, before coming into there, I didn't know anything about the Gambia. I did a little research online, saw some things, but I really didn't have any expectations. So, when I came into the country, you first come to the airport at Banjul, and my first thought was, wow, that's a very small airport. It's the smallest airport I've ever been to. And I love the shape of the building. If you know, you know, it has like a little like a little bubble to it. Like a little I don't even know how to call that in English. In Dutch we say a cow up, round, and then it goes into a little, I want to say a grave, but that sounds really dark. So I got to the airport. The first thing that happened was I was speaking to this officer who was checking my passport, and this man was trying to take me home with him. He kept asking questions and asking inappropriate questions and wanted me to be his wife. So that's the first thing, the first impression, like the first Gambian I speak to is a man that's trying to take me home. Luckily, I'm a very chill person, very relaxed, if I do say so myself. So I was not scared, I was not annoyed, but I did say very straight and direct to the man, I just want to go home. Please check the things you need to check and let me go on my way. And he listened, luckily. So then I went. I didn't know anyone in the country, I didn't have anyone to pick me up. So I just got into the first taxi that seemed friendly and trustworthy. It was a very nice man. The first thing I did was I grabbed my money. I had problems with that because there were like three ATMs over there, but they all were broke or something, like they didn't work. And so I exchanged money at the little office. So then, yeah, I got into the taxi. I went to my hotel. Everything went very smooth from there. And my hotel, it was like a guest house. It was like a big compound with small houses next to each other with one bedroom. And the owners also lived on the property, and it was very beautiful garden, and I felt very safe and very comfortable there. My first impressions of the Gambia is that it's very sandy. I never been to a country where there's so much sand, so that was definitely a surprise. Also, there were a lot of people, but somehow it was still quiet. I can really appreciate that. Holland is so hot today. I don't know what's happening, but it's like 27 degrees and it's very beautiful. I'm so thankful for it. But right now, making this video for you, I'm sweating. How did locals respond to me? The first thing I realized is that people didn't always know that I was a foreigner. Of course, the Gambian people knew I didn't grow up there, but they thought I was Gambian as well, and they felt as if I was coming home, like someone from the diaspora, which I was in a way, because I'm Nigerian and I'm Surinamese, so I'm also an African that was raised in the Netherlands, and I was coming home literally. So it felt nice that the Gambian people thought that I was their own, and they treated me as such. They invited me into their home very quickly. Also, if I needed help with things, they would really go out of their way to make it happen. Like even calling up friends and people that they know to ask if they had the thing I was looking for. I was very positively surprised, almost shocked in a way, like the willingness they have to go above and beyond for you. Did I feel safe and welcome during my trip? Safe, yes. Welcome, also yes. There were some incidents where I felt less comfortable, but for the most part, I always felt safe. The reason why I felt safe is because I'm not a very fearful person. The reason I also felt safe is because there's always many people around. It does get dark, especially when you are more inside, like off the road. I had this house where in Wulenkama where I had to walk for like 12 minutes, 10 to 12 minutes until I got into the house. And there were also a few remote areas where people were not living or not building yet. They don't really have a lot of street lighting in the Gambia like they have it in, for instance, the Netherlands. Plus, the Gambian people, they very much warn you. They are like, you shouldn't walk alone because it's dangerous. And I don't know how far that's true. I didn't have negative experiences with walking alone. I also felt safe because the people were just very kind. People I spoke to didn't have bad intentions mostly, and I felt that they were very genuine, very honestly curious to know who you are, how are you doing, if they could help you with anything. And their norms and values align for the most part with the Islamic norms and values. If we take the general Gambian people, yeah, beings, spirits, they are very genuine and very kind and big hearted. One thing that really shocked me at the beginning of my trip was I saw a little kid get hit by a car. So that was one thing that I thought was absolutely not safe. And it already happened in like my third day or the second day that I was there. That was really shocking for me because in all my years of life, I never saw somebody get hit by a car, let alone like a small 10-year-old boy. I did have to cross that road every day, but I was not scared of that road. Okay, let me think. Shall we go to the next question? Let's do it. Were there any cultural shocks or misunderstandings? Let me think. Yes, there were misunderstandings, definitely. Culture shocks, no, but that's more because I'm a very adaptive person. So if I see something that I don't know or have never seen, I'm not too shocked really quickly. I'm just like, oh, okay, that's how they do it here. Misunderstandings, yes, there were definitely some misunderstandings. Also, because the Gambians, they really are self taught for the most part with the English language. So that means that they don't always understand certain like sayings or certain words. Um, which is normal. And also, I think in the Gambian language, there is no like he or she or him or her because they mistake it a lot of the time. So, so they would talk about me and then say like him, like he's coming, and then I come, and then there's a woman coming, and a lot of the times I was also like, huh? Wait, I thought a girl was coming, and then suddenly it's a man or something. One thing I find funny is a lot of the times Gambians mix up the word kitchen and chicken. That's too funny to me, but it's so logical because it has the same sounds, but it's just like small misunderstandings. That's really cute and funny. What did I learn from how I was treated, and would I want to go back? What I have learned, what always sticks with me is somebody said to me, if you go somewhere, always make sure to bring something with you. And if somebody gives something to you, make sure you give it back. Let's say somebody made food for you. They have like a bowl they give you with food. Instead of giving the box back empty, fill it. Eat the food, wash it, and then prepare something for them and then give it back. And I don't know, it just stuck with me and I thought it was so beautiful. And now I do it. Even when I go to my grandmother and she gives me food or something, I bring something back. Or even if I just go to visit, small visit, I bring her something like some oil or some fruit or something I think is going to make her feel more healthy and happy. And I love that. I want to have more of that inside of me. And just by being around the Gambian people, I really experienced it and elevated myself as well because I received so much love. There wasn't any other possibility than giving it back. There was this man who gave me some mangoes because Gambians, they have a lot of mango trees and some of them even in their own compound. And yeah, when it's time to eat the mangoes, they have like a lot of it because they all fall from the trees and they like give it to friends, families. So this guy gave me some mangoes, which I thought was very lovely because I know he doesn't have a lot to give. I know that sometimes they don't have enough food and things like that. So I didn't want to take the mangoes, but he really wanted me to have it. And also, I was like accepting it, finding grace in, him giving something back, because that's also a big virtue. Sometimes it's more beneficial if you take the gift instead of saying, no, no, I don't want it. You're almost blocking somebody's blessings because when you give, you receive more. So if you don't accept their gift, you're now blocking them from getting more, if you know what I mean. So sometimes I just accept the gift, even though I know they don't have a lot. I find peace in knowing that they will get more, and also in the fact that I can give them something back later, that's worth more maybe. So he gave me these mangoes. I took them, and then I was walking, and then I saw some people, and then I was like, why am I not giving them the mangoes? Because I have more than I need, and maybe they also want. So then I started like asking them, do you want some mangoes? And they were so happy. So I gave a few of my mangoes away, a few I took home, and it was just this sharing that continues, this cycle that continues by you getting something and then giving it back and then receiving. And that's a big thing that I learned from the Gambia and always will cherish in my heart. There are many more stories where people gave me things for free without knowing me or without even having so much themselves. And that's really the beautiful, powerful culture of the whole Africa. I feel like I have a lot of other African countries to explore, but I already know that it's just an African thing, and I would definitely go back to the Gambia. I even consider living there. Right now, I am on my path to travel and to see where I want to live, to get to know more countries. But Gambia is definitely there, up there at number one. So I do recommend for you to go to the Gambia. If you have any more questions about it, you can always follow me on TikTok. I posted so many content about my trip in Gambia. My TikTok is everychin, and I'm gonna make so much more YouTube videos as well. So hit that subscribe button. I'll see you in the next video, and don't forget, stay high. Bye.